It's May's vinyl update, and there's a lot of it. Ahoy hoy everybody, and welcome to my vinyl update for May 2019. Start with a little bit of housekeeping. When I did April's video, I meant to say I've also bought these singles that I unboxed. I'm not going to go through them all. If you want to see what they were, watch the unboxing video. I then forgot to say it, so I recorded an insert, which I then forgot to put into the video, because I'm a nana. So I'm saying it now. If you want to, I also bought those in April. If you want to see what they were, watch the unboxing video. On a related note, I also have this bag full of 7 inches that were a result of 2 eBay auction wins, but again, I have unboxed this month. If you want to see what they were, watch the videos. I'm not going to go through them all here. Now on to the rest of the stuff. Some of this you've seen before, most of it you haven't. First up is an eBay auction win, and this is the 12-inch single for Prince and the Revolution's Another Love, A Hole in Your Head, which is one of my favourite Prince songs. The B-side on it is Girls and Boys, the LP version. And the version of Another Love, A Hole in Your Head on this is an extended version. Came in a nice anti-static sleeve. That's on the custom Paisley Park label. Seems to be in good nick. None of the vinyl I've bought this month I've listened to yet, quite deliberately. I've not even cleaned it for the very reason that I don't want to be tempted to listen to it, because I've got a huge backlog of CDs that I'm working through. I'm probably about halfway through them, and it's taken all month. But yes, that's... I think this is an import, isn't it? Yes, it is an import. Not sure where from, to be honest. And also from eBay, 12-inch of Alphabet Street by Prince. So the sellers sort of split it a bit. Originally it would have come with the vinyl just inside this clear sleeve, but he's put it in a protective sleeve and an outer sleeve as well, which is very good of him. Yes, this is Alphabet Street, and this has got side 1 is the album version, 540, and the B side is a 7-minute 48 remix. This is not music, this is a trip. It has got a couple of scuffs on side 1, which isn't ideal. It might be okay, but it's not the end of the world anyway, for 2 reasons. Dropped it. Reason 1 is that that's the album version, so I've already got it on vinyl. And reason 2, you will see in a little bit. Wrong way around. That goes in there, that goes in there. In there. Okay, the next few, well, I say few, next load are what I bought at A Slice of Vinyl earlier this month. I did do a haul video for that, so I'm just going to skim over these. So this is a new copy of Joni Mitchell's Blue, one of my favourite ever albums. Nothing exotic. I was holding out for a blue vinyl one, but he got this in and I thought, oh sod it, I'll get it. That's Joni Mitchell's Blue, new and sealed. Well, was sealed. This was also new and sealed. This is Miles Davis's Sketches of Spain, one of my 3 favourite Miles albums. And again, nothing exotic about the vinyl. He's had that in for quite a while, and I've been tempted for a while, and I finally bit the bullet. We have War of the Worlds, something I'm sure most vinyl collectors have in their collection. A classic album. He's had many copies of this, and they were just over. Had it on cassette. I've got it on CD, so my limit was £10 on it, and he got what was his third copy in at the time, so he put it out at a tenner to sell. So I had it. Comes with the booklet and everything. Tone Strength Derby's Neither Fish Nor Flesh. Introducing the Hardline is a brilliant album that I absolutely adore, but I've never heard this album, so thought I would give it a punt. This comes with a booklet in it as well, and this decent booklet. As I say, if you want to see more, watch the haul video. Doesn't want to go in. It's better. Talking Heads Remain in Light. The sleeve's not in... I'm trying to remember which around it is. I think it's the sleeve's not in great nick, but the vinyl's okay on this. Memory serves. Oh, there is a mark alongside one that may or may not be an issue. Which we shall see when we play it. If it's horrendous, then I'll just take it back, but as long as it plays through, I'll be happy. Then we have Monty Python's Life of Brian. As I mentioned on the haul video, you may be aware, for Record Store Day I picked up a picture disc, which looks great, but being a picture disc, it didn't play great with my system. It's not amazing. It was skipping in a couple of spaces, so I decided I'd pick up an original normal black vinyl version as well, and it's part of the collection anyway. And he also had the first Monty Python album, Monty Python's Flying Circus, aka the worst of Monty Python's Flying Circus. So these are re-recordings of sketches from the first series of a TV show. We have Stevie Wonder's Original Musicarium 1. This is the greatest hits selection over 2 discs, but the last track on each side is exclusive to this set. Or it was at the time anyway. I think a couple of them might have subsequently appeared on other compilations. But a nice set. Tina Turner's Private Dancer. Can't beat a bit of Tina. Great songs on this. What's Love Got to Do with It? I Can't Stand the Rain, Private Dancer, Let's Stay Together, Better Be Good to Me, and covers of Help in 1984 as well. It was only a £5. And in the bargain bin, I picked up a few. His bargain bins are £4 each, 3 for a tenner. So I picked up 6. This one I was really happy with. So Shakin' Stevens Take 1. This is his first album as a solo artist, Away from the Sunsets. Hot Dog was the single from this, but it had reasonable success, but it wasn't great. This was the only early Shaky I didn't have on vinyl, so really happy to pick this up. All I need now is there's only, what's it called? There's only 2 types of music, rock and roll, I think it's called. Assuming that's on vinyl, I haven't checked actually. And not his last album, but the one before it. It begins with an N, but I can't remember what it's called. I haven't got that on any format actually, but I'm not sure that came out on vinyl. This is Four Tops Reach Out. This was an early album from them, 1966, 7 rather. Might even be 8, because somebody's written 68 next to one of the tracks. There. If you watch the video anyway, I mentioned that. But this was for sixth one. I was hunting for a sixth one, and I thought, yeah, I like the Four Tops. I'll get that. You know, if you're a regular viewer, I like my comedy and my comedy albums. So this is Rowan Atkinson live in Belfast. And this is Tom Lehrer revisited. Subsequently discovered, since I recorded the last video, I picked up in a charity shop last year a 10-inch of Tom Lehrer. I love Tom Lehrer. He's very funny. Which is called More of Tom Lehrer. And this is actually the same album, but it's got the between tracks commentary and the audience reaction on it, which isn't on the 10-inch. So I've sort of got this but haven't, but for £3.33, who cares? Huey Lewis and News Sports, I picked up 4 last year, which is just an amazing album, really love it. I had this on cassette, didn't like it as much as 4, but I thought might as well pick it up. It's an album I'm seeing everywhere, so it gets it out the way. From my Chas and Dave collection, Chas and Dave's Christmas Jamboree bag. This isn't overly Christmassy. It's just, in fact, I don't think it's at all Christmassy. No. It was just released at Christmas, if you like. But it's just, like their Jamborees are, it's just medleys of songs on each side. But it's got some of their own on this one, which a lot of them don't. And then still from him, back to the other stuff. Finally bit the bullet on a couple of Bond soundtracks, which I have on CD, but The Temptation won out. So You Only Live Twice. And Thunderball. And Goldfinger. So that's films 3, 4 and 5. A couple more for my Dire Straits collection. Again, all these I've had on cassette, I've got on CD, but I'm now getting them on vinyl. They're turning to be easy to find. So this is Love Over Gold. This is their 4th album. This has got Private Investigations and Telegraph Road are the big songs on this. And their debut album, self-titled, called Sultans of Swing, is on this. And then I picked up Cat Stevens' Greatest Hits. I haven't got any Cat Stevens. I like what I've heard of him, so good place to start. This was something I wasn't even aware of. This is Live Stiffs. So this is live recording of various Stiffs artists. My main interest is Ian Jury and the Blockheads, who do 3 tracks on there. But it's also got Elvis Costello on there, and Reckless Eric and Nick Lowe and Larry Wallace. And a lot of the band members sort of chopped and changed and played with some of the other acts as well. So looking forward to giving that a spin. Then on the same day, and I showed these in the same video, I had a couple of charity shop successes. In one shop for a princely sum of £2, I picked up a double pack of the Best of the Beach Boys Volume 1 and 2. Real bargain. Bit of damage on that one, but who cares for £1? The vinyl looks good, if memory serves. I think one of them is a bit dodgy, but the other one was fine. But yeah, it's got everything you would want on there. So looking forward to giving them a spin eventually. And for, I think this was 49p. Oh, I can't remember now. I might be getting confused. Yeah, I think I am. This is the Shadows' debut album in mono. Original pressing by the looks of it. And again, the vinyl looked fine on that. So that's the stuff you've already seen. About a week or so later, Kieran from A Slice of Vinyl was doing one of his videos on Facebook where he was showing the new and sealed stuff he'd just got in, and in it was a Prince release that he'd inquired about quite a while ago, but was out of stock, but he hadn't actually ordered. But then once they got it in stock, they sent it in anyway. So I messaged him and said I'll have it. So I went in, and it was this. It's called The Many Faces of Prince, and it's a bit of a strange one. So it's sort of trying to get around the copyright on the symbol by mirroring it. A Journey Through the Inner World of Prince. So disc 1 is 2 discs. Disc 1 is the 94 East tracks. 94 East was a Minneapolis band that Prince was a member of as a rhythm guitarist before he was famous. Fronted by a guy called Peppy Willie, who wrote all the tracks, bar one which Prince has credit on. Whether he did actually write it is another matter. These tracks have been released hundreds of times in different formats, with certain extra tracks added in, at times, again with minimal Prince input. You can hear him playing rhythm guitar, and a couple of times you think, oh yeah, that's Prince, and a couple of backing vocals, but that's about it really. But I didn't have them on vinyl, so it's nice to have them on here. I'll show you the vinyl in a minute because it's on purple. Inside C and D are nearly all covers of his songs, apart from it opens with Sheila E.'s The Glamorous Life, which is a track he wrote and performed with Sheila E. for her album that he put out. So how this got on there, because it's still copyrighted to Paisley Park, I don't know. But otherwise it's covers, but Sign of the Times by Heaven 17. Oh, you can read them rather than go through it. So it's got, you know, Chaka Khan's I Feel For You. It's sort of a big hit one on there. I think most of those tracks, if not all of them, I've got on CD. But I think it was 20 quid for a double vinyl. So it's on purple. And it comes in nice poly-lined inner sleeves as well. The second disc, I think it's the same but with black labels, if I remember. Yeah, so it's the same colour, but with black labels. So, since I was going there anyway, I'd spotted in one of his videos of pre-love stuff he got in, that he had got a copy of the Doors debut album. So I asked him if he still had it. He said yes. I said, right, put it to one side for me, and he did, very kindly. An album, again, I've got on CD twice, but it is one of my favourite albums of all time. This is a repress. It took Kieran ages to actually work out when and where it was from. I haven't done that research yet, but it's got a barcode on it, so it's at least 80s, if not later. But it's in good nick. There's a couple of marks on it, but nothing. That's the cat crashing through the cat flap, in case you heard that. Few sort of surface marks, but nothing that should affect playing at all. So, pleased to have that in my collection. I don't intend getting the rest of the Doors albums on vinyl, but you never know. Eventually I suspect I will, but they're not a priority. This I almost picked up when I was in earlier in the month, so I thought sod it. This is the B-52's debut album for £10. Sleeve's not in great nick. A lot of the laminations coming off. There's hardly any left on the front cover. This has got Planet Claire and Rock Lobster on it. Rock Lobster being a massive track. It's all not in great nick. And there's a few marks on it which hopefully won't affect playing, but we will find out. B-52s on Island. And then I was flicking through, we were having a nice chat, we were talking about Comic-Cons and stuff, so I was in there quite a while. And I went through all the racks to see if there was anything else that floated my boat, and knowing that I cleared out a lot of it only 10 days earlier or something like that. And he was playing a CD, a compilation CD, a rock compilation CD, and as I was getting to the W's, the Who came on, so I thought, sod it, I'll get some Who. So this is Meaty Beaty Big and Bouncy, which is a compilation from early 70s, I think. Does it say on there? Not that I can see, unless it's on the label. But a couple of days before I went in, I saw Johnny Seed on his channel, which I highly recommend. Had picked up a copy of this, so that's what sort of the various bits of Who that they had. That's what sort of inspired me to go for this. Notice how long this video is going to be. Sorry. The latest copyright of the tracks is 1970, so it would be around then. But yeah, it's a good selection of early Who on here. Yeah, pretty much everything you would want. So that's what I picked up then. Then I had a couple of pre-orders arrive, which I've done an unboxing for, so I'm going to go into no detail on those. But that's David Bowie, the Clareville Demos box. That's what's on there. And The Boys Keep Swinging picture disc. Somebody didn't like the fact that I ripped that open. Oh, how dare I do what I want with my disc. Anyway, left work early a couple of weeks ago because we were dead and the boss said, oh, you might as well go. And so I popped into Oxfam in Lee High Street on my way back, and really pleased I found this. Well, I think I am. I mean, I haven't heard it yet, and I haven't heard any of their stuff. But this is Good Deeds and Dirty Rags by Mr. Mackenzie. And Goodbye Mr. Mackenzie, basically I know them because they're the band that Shirley Manson was in before Garbage. A bit of sleeve damage, but nothing major. This was $3.99. It comes with the album in its original inner. It's in good nick. Nice custom label. But yeah, it looks pretty much certainly near mint, and it's also got the original 12-inch that came with it. 4-track 12-inch still in there again, apart from needing a clean. Looks in good nick. So yeah, haven't listened to it yet, but fan of Shirley's, and being complete and for $3.99. I had a look on Discogs, and normally that goes for £7 or £8, so should be alright as a deal. Last week, yeah, Thursday of last week, I'm recording this on Friday the 31st, went to see Leo Sayer in concert at New Theatre Royal. I've mentioned him a few times on my channel. Last couple of years I've become a big fan of Leo's. The gig was absolutely amazing. His voice is still perfect, and he's mad as a hatter, and he's awesome on the harmonica as well. He had a great band. It was just a really, really good gig. His new album Selfie came out a couple of weeks ago. Came out end of April, and I showed you the pink vinyl on my April update, and mentioned then I was holding out on the CD hoping they had signed copies at the gig. They didn't, but I did pick up the CD at the gig, and I also picked up the CD of his last album, Restless Years, because I didn't have Restless Years. I've got a box set with all the albums up until then. I didn't have Restless Years, so yeah, I picked that up on CD, and I also picked it up on vinyl, so that I can be complete, because I'm gradually getting the older albums as they're coming out in box sets. But this was a nice package. It's got the insert. Well, obviously this was new and sealed, but what I was not aware till I opened it was that it was on red vinyl. Having now got the CDs for both this and Selfie and the vinyl, both of them, there's more tracks on the CDs. So, should there be a Leo Sayer fan watching who's only got the vinyl, might be worth picking up the CDs. Yeah, looking forward to hearing that. Because I spent over £40, I think it was 62 I spent, because I also picked up a compilation CD for Mum. I got a free tote bag, which I am utilising for these. On Wednesday of last week, I think it was, I got a message from Steve at Heathen Chemistry in Fareham saying that he got some prints in. So I inquired as to what it was, decided it was worth having. So I said, okay, save it all, and there was another record I'd seen that he'd had in. I said, have you still got that? Yes, put that by with it as well. And you'll see those in a second. So I went in and picked them up on Saturday, and of course picked some other bits up as well. So this is what I got from there. The prices you'll see from here, overall added up, I got a 25% discount on. So this isn't what I paid for each of these, although they're all reasonably priced. Succumbed to Hunky Dory, one of my top 10 albums, so I wanted it on vinyl. I'm trying to avoid getting all of Bowie's stuff on vinyl, since I've already got it all on CD at least twice. But yeah, as I've mentioned before, I want to get my 10 favourite albums on vinyl, although Revolver, Mum's got in my loft, so I'm not in a rush to get that. But yes, happy to pick up Hunky Dory. This is a 1980 reissue. Bit of sleeve damage, but nothing terrible. Nice poly-lined sleeve. And it's on the green RCA International label. And it looks fine. It looks very good. One artist I am collecting on vinyl, even though I've got everything on CD, is Harry Nilsson. And they had Aerial Ballet. It's an original 1969 pressing. It's one of my favourite Nilsson albums. This has got Mr. Richmond's favourite song and Everybody's Talking and One on it, amongst many other great tracks. And this is on RCA Victor. And again, apart from dust and little bits of paper, looks in very good condition. Everything they sell there, they check, plays through. If it doesn't, it goes in the bargain bins anyway. Couple of years back, my dad had bought tickets to go and see John Mayall, the blues guru, at the Portsmouth Guildhall. However, in between buying the tickets and the gig, Dad moved away. They've moved up north, so they couldn't get down for the gig, so they gave me the tickets. So I went to see John Mayall. Really enjoyed it, although the music was magnificent. The stage craft wasn't great. But yeah, the music was magnificent. Haven't got any John Mayall. Well, didn't have any John Mayall. So saw they had this, which is an early 70s compilation, and thought it was a good place to start. Oops. It had the original inner sleeve in here, which I've now put the record back in, but they had put the record in a new paper one. Ooh. It's a nice poly-lined sleeve. It's on Decca. This is a stereo version. I think it might have also come out in mono. They were doing that around that time. But again, looks fine. This was only cheap, so I picked it up. This is 1973 Stevie Wonder compilation of his early sort of little Stevie Wonder phase. It's not got a lot of big song. Uptight, I mean, it's called Uptight, as you can see, but it's got Uptight, everything's alright on there, but otherwise nothing majorly huge. But whilst I'm collecting Stevie for $2.99, I might as well add this to the collection. This is on the Music for Pleasure label. It sounds superb. Label, but again, doesn't see, apart from a bit of dust, which will clean off. Seems okay. The next one, excluding the fact that I've got a discount on it, it would be a bit more than I would normally want to pay for a Bond soundtrack I already have on CD. But A, it's my favourite Bond soundtrack, and B, it is an Australian press, so that's a bit different and is appropriate given who the actor who played Bond was. There's your clue. And sod it, basically. Anyway, so this is an Australian press of On Her Majesty's Secret Service. So it's my favourite Bond soundtrack, although the songs are in the wrong order on the soundtrack. The title track is Open Side 2 for a start. I don't know if this is how it originally came, but it's in a, I wouldn't have thought so in '69, but there is no inner sleeve in there. I like that label, United Artists label, and again, very good condition. Now, before I went in Heathen Chemistry, I popped about 3 doors down. There's a place called Robin's Nest Emporium that I have talked about before. It's one of these places that's got lots of stalls in it, and then you just pay at the main desk. And 2 or 3 of the stalls sell records, and one of them had this album, Songs in the Key of Life by Stevie Wonder. It was $16.99. Had a look. It wasn't in great condition, but it is, in my opinion anyway, Stevie's best album. One I've really wanted to add to the collection sooner rather than later. So I nearly picked it up. I just had a little nagging feeling in the back of my mind. So I thought, no, I'll wait till I've been into Heathen Chemistry and see if I pick it up there. And sure enough, I had it there. It's $19.99, but I think he charged me $15 for it. Anyway, so that's already cheaper. It's in better nick than the one in Robin's Nest, both the sleeve and the records. And this also comes, which the other one didn't, with the original 7-inch single that came with it, because there was he recorded too many tracks even to fit on a double album, so they added an extra 7-inch single in there so that all the tracks he wanted out were there. So this is on Motown, obviously. Does it say in there? It's 1976. I think this is an original. They're usually good with their dates. When the copy was. That's a 7-inch. So this has got 4 more tracks on it. So it plays at 33 rather than 45. And it comes with the lyric book as well, which I'm not going to flick through entirely, but it's lyrics and various other bits and bobs. Yeah, classic album. As I say, in my opinion, Stevie's best. What's it got on there? It's got Village Ghetto Land, Sir Duke, Pastime Paradise, I Wish, Isn't She Lovely, As, Another Star. I mean, everything's good on it, but you know, just those alone, they'd make a great single album. And then the Prince bits he got in, it was 4 12 inches, 2 of which I've already got, 2 of which I haven't. I didn't already have You Got the Look, so happy to get that. I think he let me have these for £2 each. They were priced at £2.99. Again, he checked them all, play checked them all. So this has got You Got the Look, the long look on the A side, and the B side has got the 7 minutes Mo Quake, House Quake, and the 7-inch single version of You Got the Look on Paisley Park. So I've got this on 7-inch, but I didn't have it on 12. And then, as alluded to earlier, Alphabet Street. So that's why I wasn't overly concerned about that mark on the other one. Again, all the 12 inches were £2.99, but he let me have 2. And I mean, to be fair, I haven't properly checked. No, but there's no marks on that, so that hopefully will be fine. And this next one, memory serves, and I'm definitely apologising for the length of this video now, but we're nearly there-ish. This one, I've got the Record Store Day re-release from 2016, I think it was. But this is an original of I Can Never Take the Place of Your Man, which has got the album version plus a remix edit of Hot Thing on side 1. And on the B side is an extended version of Hot Thing. And again, that's on Paisley Park. Ooh, nearly. Very flexible vinyl, I've just discovered, thankfully. And then the next one, I haven't got this version of on 12 inch. I have a 1999 12 inch, but it's been 1998 reissue, which has the same track listing, but this is the... No, it hasn't got the same track listing, because this is the 1984 reissue of 1999, backed with Little Red Corvette. So I have a 7-inch of this, which has got the single edits on. This is, the 12 inch has got the full length album versions of both of them. And there's some Warner Brothers. So the original release and the 1998 re-release had 1999, DMSR, and How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore on. And then he also had Dirty Mind, the album. I have a new reissue of this, but this is a mid-80s reissue of this. Got the original inner sleeve, which is poly-lined, but he put the disc in a separate one, as they tend to do there, which originally was owned by Siobhan Kelly and contained This Old House by Shakin' Stevens in June 1981. It's quite ironic, given that Shaky was my first favourite artist and Prince is my lifetime favourite artist, because it's not going to change. And that's on Warner Brothers, and again looks in great condition. And then the other album that I'd seen he'd got in, that I asked him to put by for me, was another one from my Dire Straits collection, and it's their second album. He says in time. That's Communique. So this has got, what are the hits on this? Well, Lady Writer and Portobello Bell are probably the best known tracks on this. It's probably their worst album. It's not bad, it's just, you know, their least good. And again, this has got the original inner sleeve. And you put the record in a separate one, which is poly-lined, so that's handy. And that's on Vertigo. Very flimsy vinyl. Yeah. But that was quite typical of that time. This was originally bought, as you may have spotted, in Virgin for £6.99, and I paid £7.99 for it, so that's not bad going. So that was what I picked up from Heathen Chemistry, and then whilst I was in Fareham, I scooted round the charity shops, picked up a few bits, about 5 or 6 CDs, and then on vinyl from the RSPCA, I picked up the Two Ronnies Volume 3. I've already got Volume 1, I haven't got Volume 2 yet, but this has got various Two Ronnies sketches, obviously, in it. Nothing exciting about the inner sleeve. It's on BBC Records. And that's needs a clean, but I can't see any marks on that. Oxfam are having a bit of a sale, so I managed to pick up Summer Holiday by Cliff and the Shadows for 49p. I do have this on CD because I do like early Cliff, and I do really like Summer Holiday, both the film and the songs. So yeah, 49p for a mono copy of that, and it's got the original inner sleeve with the story and images from the film and the cast list. To be honest, it's the first time I've looked at these, so and it's on Columbia. I was going to do a haul video for these, but I'd have ended up recording it yesterday, so I didn't see the point of doing that and this. Hence why this one's gone on. Probably going to be 45 minutes plus. And then I also got an Oxfam for this one, was also 49p. Flanders and Swan at the drop of another hat. And this has got the Gasman Come Up on it, and the Hippo song, and various other bits. And this is on Parlophone. I'm guessing this is an ex-library copy because the inner sleeve has got a date stamp on it. So yeah, a bit of water damage by the looks of it to the actual label, but the disc again looks perfect. Another comedy one I picked up, and this was £2.99, now £1.49, with a label saying that disc is in excellent condition. This is Songs for Swinging Cellars with its infamous sleeve. Just trying to look to see what was on it. It's a mono copy. As you may be aware, this was, I believe, produced by George Martin. This is on the Parlophone Gold label. And yeah, it really is in really good condition. Not quite sure it's excellent, but it's certainly very good plus. Get in. And as you may be aware, I like bizarre Beatles covers, and for 99p, which is what this album originally cost when it was released, I have Arthur Fielder and the Boston Pops Play the Beatles. I like the sleeve. From RCA International, Camden. On the green label. And again, yeah, really good condition. I do tend to put a sticker on saying, you know, mark on side 1 or what have you if there is any damage. So I was confident, and for 99p and 149 and definitely for 49p, I wasn't overly concerned anyway. I mean, in one of the other shops I picked up these two, although I'm pretty certain that I was only charged for one of them. Tell a lie. This one I picked up at the RSPCA with the two Ronnies one. This is, so it was those two, but I think she only charged me for one of them. But this is a 12-inch of Age of Chance's cover of Prince's Kiss. You may have seen I picked up a coloured vinyl 7-inch of this 2 or 3 months ago, but for 99p I thought, yeah, might as well get this as well. So it's got Kiss on the A side, and the B side is Kiss Collision Cut and Crash Conscious. This is just on black, obviously. And then in one of the others, that was it, I picked up another Beatles one. The Happy Hammond plays Lennon and McCartney hits. I do have a Hammond one, but this is different, and this is done by Ina Baker, plays the Happy Hammond. This is on Hallmark Records. Yep, so another big haul this month, and again apologise for the length of this video. I won't be doing an autograph video this month because I only picked up one thing, so I'll save that for whenever I've got more to show. I don't intend buying anywhere near as much this month. I know I say that most months, but I still haven't bought my tickets for Comic-Con. So, other than stuff I've pre-ordered, I don't intend getting anything unless they get in some print stuff I've got to get, basically. But for a slice of vinyl, I've now got £20 worth of credit on their pre-loved vinyl. Every £10 you spend, you get a stamp, and when you've got 10 stamps, you get £10 free to spend on pre-loved. So I've got 20 quid's worth, I think, now. I did have 30, but he knocked 10 off of the first haul. Anyway, this is long enough, don't need to ramble. Thank you for watching. Anything appeal to you? Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks, bye.